too many and they're decomposing too fast before people have been able to identify the dead.
After 9 months of pro-reform protests and up to 5,000 deaths, Syria's government has finally agreed to an international observer mission. The aim is to monitor an agreement with the Arab League designed to halt the bloodshed and security clampdown. Syria has stalled for weeks over this deal, although it did agree to parts of it. In Damascus, the Syrian Foreign Minister Waleed AlMulam said welcoming monitors is conditional on amendments to the agreement.
Some Arabs wanted to internationalize the crisis, and during the latest presser, they proved that they want to go this way. If not from now, but it will be after a few weeks. Frankly speaking, I would like to say that if our amendments had not been included in the protocol, we would not have signed, irrespective of the circumstances. However, after having included these amendments, and because we want a political solution to the situation in Syria, and because we seek as fast as possible to put an end to the situation with the participation of the Arab League, I would like to say today, I would like to say that signing the protocol is the beginning of cooperation between us and the Arab League.
So what's the reaction to this? Rania Kisar is a member of the Syrian Revolution General Commission who was living in Syria until May of this year, when she decided to move back to the United States. She joins the Hub now live via webcam from Dallas in Texas. Thanks very much indeed for joining me. First of all, do you believe the Syrian regime that they have now accepted the Arab League deal and monitors will be allowed in soon?
You know, everything will be told in due time. Time will tell whether or not these people are honest. This is not the first time that they have made promises they never kept. And this is the same person who has publicly announced that he is willing to wipe off the entire map of Europe. So I'm not exactly sure how much he will go with his words. I think as Syrian activists, we will be very pleased with international observers going into the country because we would like to tell our story as well.
Is it clear the conditions on which foreign observers would be allowed in and what they can see?
It's not very clear. They keep on going back and forth with different amendments, and we're not exactly sure how valid this matter is going to be. We don't think it's going to happen. However, only time will tell.
Given the weeks of prevarication over this deal since it was signed, I think almost 2 months ago, how many people have died? What has been the impact, given the lack of commitment by the Syrian government on this in recent weeks?
Well, the Syrian government is denying the daily death toll that is reaching 40 people a day. This is happening all across the country in Hama, in Homs. In Damascus today, we had at least 3 documented martyrs. The death toll documented by the Human Rights Organization is now 5,000 people. However, we believe that the death toll is a lot more than that. We will be able to give more documented numbers as soon as, hopefully, the revolution is over.
What about the impact now of this Free Syrian Forces, the defectors from the official armed forces? What do you believe their impact is? Has this now turned into a civil war?
No, it has not turned into a civil war. The Syrian Free Army is basically has pledged allegiance to the Syrian people in protecting their rights of freedom. They basically go around the protests and they guard the protesters for when they're going to be attacked. So the protesters go on the street, the Free Syrian Army walks along their sides, and if they are attacked, the Free Syrian Army will defend those protesters. We don't see a civil war happening, and we definitely don't want that.
Finally, what would be the impact if those observers do arrive and witness what is going on? What would be the impact on the pro-reform protesters?
You know, every day it is one more day, a closer step to the end of the regime. So by having the international observers enter the country, we will be able to transform and transmit documented information according to the basic requirements of any news network. And we will be able to give you guys exactly what is going on over there. We need to tell the world about what's going on, about the daily killings that are taking place, about the children that are getting shot in their heads and in their hearts. And we have that documented. If we have the international observers enter the country, then we will basically, first and foremost, be able to protest a lot more often, feeling that we will be protected, hopefully.
Rania Kisar, thank you very much indeed for joining me live on the Hub from Dallas in Texas. Now to Egypt, where a member of the governing military council, General Adel Amara, said